Roll for Romance is a podcast featuring 5 friends horny for D20. Hey, I'm your DM, Emily, and I have with me my other wonderful, amazing, gorgeous, sexy, that's kind of weird to say about my sister, fabulous people.
Sexy, though.
Well, yeah, sure. Objectively, yes. But not a sister. Oh,
Yeah, you can't say that.
That's really good.
I'm really good at starting a
We
podcast.
are keeping all of that in.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay, so we have with us...
Hi, I'm Holly, and I'm playing Faris.
Hi, I'm Des, and I'm playing Hilrana.
Hey, I'm Sara, and I'm playing Laniver, and I'm sexy.
Hey, I'm Lauren. I'm playing Melees.
Yes, amazing. Okay. I love starting things off on a very awkward note. That always makes people really interested in listening to something. So we last left off with the kind of challenge of the union of Princess Celeste and Prince Grant. And so Lady Jalessa Spear said that she challenged it and she invoked the challenge of Lear. And as you guys are standing, hanging out, probably towards the back of the crowd that is gathered for this last part of the ceremony, there's kind of some murmurs and confusion. And if you want, you could make like a insight check.
I got a 10.
Lanny rolled a 15.
Faris got a 17.
17. Anybody that got over a 15, I would say, can notice amongst people that the crowd, there are some people that look confused. Most of the people, I think the majority would look confused because it's been a ton of time since anything like this has ever even happened. I would say that after a few moments, you notice a couple people whisper to each other, and then some people actually start to like visibly relax. Like there was a moment of tension when this happened, when they were like, we're challenging this. And then you see as people are talking to each other, whispering, like asking each other questions about it, people start to kind of visibly be like, oh, okay. So that's the kind of reaction that you're seeing. Did anybody get over like a 18?
Well, I forgot to add my modifier, so Faris did get an 18 with her modifier.
Oh, very nice. What did you get, Melees?
I got a 10.
10. Yeah. You're like, this is weird. When are we going to eat food? I don't know. Or start the party part of this thing. This thing has been lame so far. Over 18. So Faris, with that scan, you're kind of used to reading people a little bit, maybe more than other people. And you kind of hone in that some people in the crowd, beyond the initial confusion, some of them look almost pleased with the fact that this is happening. Now, you're behind most people, so you can't really make out their exact faces, and you don't know who most of the people in the gathering are. Mm-hmm. Nobody that's like part of the ceremony up, like that were kind of directly involved with it, seemed to have that reaction. But there are definitely a few people in this gathering that seem like, fuck yeah, this wedding's not going to happen. Like, it's not going to actually go down.
Hell yeah, wedding.
No wedding. No wedding. But
that's mean.
The priestess, after some time, she kind of almost, it's interesting, she just stands there for a few moments and like nods to Lady Jalessa Spear, and she says, that's an interesting choice. I believe that given the status of the goddess, that we may continue with the ceremony and complete this, as the challenge has, as there's no one to judge, the challenge has been fulfilled. And everyone just is kind of like, oh, okay. Well, that's lame. And some people are like visibly like, oh, dang. Some people are looking like they're hungry. I don't know, because you did a good insight check. They're like, can we please get this show on the road? I'm like, this has been an entire day of this shit. Can we please just, we think, and some people look disappointed only because they maybe were hoping, they were like, the drama kind of made it a little bit more exciting for a moment, and then it was very anticlimactic.
Like maybe we were going to see a fight.
Like maybe there'd be a fight, maybe somebody wanted to duel like Prince Celeste or Princess Celeste for stuff, but no. And so with that, the bride and groom look at each other and smile and embrace, and the ceremony is finished. The priestess does her final invocation of the gods, and you all notice that as that happens, there is like a visible aura of light that comes off of the couple, and it's dark by now, so this aura kind of starts between the two of them and then spreads and washes over everybody in the space. It's warm, it's nice, it's pleasant. You don't feel like it's having kind of any magical influence on you, but you do feel that warmth for a moment, and then it goes away, and the bride and groom leave together, and then people that are working at the wedding start to usher people in to the palace, which you have not been inside yet, but this is where the party part is going to happen. Yay! Finally! Yay! Is there anything you guys would like to do before you go inside for this bitchin' party? Hopefully bitchin'. Although given how boring it's been, it might not be.
Nope. Yeah, it remains to be seen.
Okay. You're brought inside. You kind of just follow along with the stream of people going in. There are tables, plenty of tables set out for people to sit at. There actually is no assigned seating for most of the guests. There are a few tables that are towards the front of the space that are reserved for the royal family, for their family members, but everything else is fair game. So you can choose where you'd want to sit. There's also people... it's a really huge ballroom, so the center of it, there's just this open dancing space. There are all of these beautiful orbs of light up in the high domed ceiling of this place. Just imagine like the most opulent, beautifully kind of like twilight lit, like it kind of mimics the outside twilight and the stars that you were in, but inside and much more sparkly, lots of crystal. They've pulled out all the stops because it's a royal wedding.
Yeah.
And people are happily getting drinks, grabbing some hors d'oeuvres, chatting, milling about. Everything seems pretty normal. What do you want to do?
Faris would want to find either a group or a singular person who was looking pretty excited when they thought the wedding was not going to happen.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay.
I'm going to go with you.
Does anyone else want to go?
Yeah.
Sure.
Gossip.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah,
You don't
let's
have
all
to.
go.
You want to go? Okay.
We're all going.
After you saw the person walk off, Faris, make just a perception check for me.
Sure.
And see if you can pick out anybody from like the front based off of what they were wearing.
So the total for Faris would be 14.
Okay. I think that's enough. Once you see this person kind of look over their shoulder, you do recognize them. They are one of the people that were at the bridal shower. It is Lady, oh gosh, crap. What was her name? She was the sister of the chick that was hitting on Lanny, and I can't remember what her first name was. What should her first name be?
Pineapple.
Faris may look to her group and say, does anybody know who that is?
Oh, I recognize her.
Oh, yeah.
We saw her at the bachelorette party.
So she seemed super excited at the idea of this wedding not happening. So maybe we should go talk to her. I mean, if you guys want to. I love knowing other people's business, so I definitely want to
I
talk to
don't
her.
remember her first name.
It's
but her
Teresa.
Oh, Teresa. Oh.
Yeah.
It's Teresa. Thank you.
Teresa Pineapple. Her nickname is Pineapple.
Bordeaux. Her sister was very interested in our music at the wedding. I mean, the bridal shower.
Oh, was she?
Yes.
Mm.
But Teresa was not very... I don't think that she liked the fact that her sister was talking to a commoner.
Oh,
Yes.
so oh, right. Well, she's going to love this. Come on, y'all.
I know it'll be fun. Let's go.
Okay, so yeah, you make your way through the crowd. She is currently off on her own, about to go grab a champagne flute from a server.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, can I help you?
Oh, I was just going to introduce myself. You're so beautiful. I just wanted to know more about your outfit.
Oh, well, it's from a pretty exclusive designer. You probably wouldn't know anything about them.
Well, I probably wouldn't, but I'd love to hear.
She gives you a once over. She
That's
looks
fine.
you like really snottily up and down, and she's like, "It's a bit out of your price range, dear." And she turns away.
Bitch! Did you guys hear something? Sorry, I think I have allergies.
So Faris is going to say loudly, "It's just such a shame when other people have to be miserable on someone else's happy day, even if they're doing it in really overpriced rags."
Oh shit. I don't even think you would need to. I don't think you would roll anything for that. That's just good. It's just a sick burn. She
roll
looks at
for
you.
sick burn.
Roll for sick burn. Yeah, let's see how much
Natural
that.
20
Let's
minutes. Okay, sorry.
Take it to the burn war.
I will roll and see how much that impacts her cool bitchy demeanor.
Yeah, that would be a wisdom save.
Yeah, wisdom save. There we go. No, she like looks taken aback and just says, "How dare you?" And she just storms off.
Well, Faris, who is not known for being really classy, is going to say, "Oh, honey, you wouldn't believe what I dare."
She keeps walking. She does not acknowledge your presence anymore.
Yeah, she better keep walking.
That was fun.
So you've sufficiently burned Teeny Teresa Pineapple Bordeaux.
That is a really good name.
It is a good name.
Can we see if anybody is like maybe like I don't know, talking amongst themselves in a huff?
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Can I assist?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, some assistance would be great. I got a 16 or an 18, so I guess it's an 18.
18. That's pretty good. You do a scan of the crowd. She was the only one that seemed that you could pick up on from what Faris saw that looked visibly pissy about it. However, you do see two human men and a human woman gathered together, have really nice outfits on, and they look like they're looking around and whispering things to each other. And that's the best you can pick up is what you think probably are gossips.
Okay.
As you are watching them, you do see Prince Sono, who was Princess Celeste's brother, head over and greet them and start to talk to them a little bit.
Are there any seats open at their table?
They're currently standing, so yeah, you can go just stand up and go over and talk to them.
I just want to stand near them and kind of eavesdrop.
Me too.
Sure. Okay. Does anyone else want to do anything while they're eavesdropping?
So Lanny is going to eavesdrop.
Mm-hmm.
I think Faris is going to do a sweep of the room.
Okay.
Are these girls hot? Roll for hotness.
Just general hotness of the room or of the people that are gossiping?
Of the people gossiping.
Okay. So the two dudes, let's see.
Not hot.
One of them is very tragic looking.
Oh.
The thing is, he putting himself together well for the ceremony, except for the fact that his outfit looks like it was from his dad. It's way too big for him or something. Even though he's an adult, it's just things are not tailored well. He kind of looks like he didn't maybe wash his hair. He's just he's an unfortunate looking fellow.
Does
and
he
he's
have a
just
good
not
personality?
you don't know. He seems like people are enjoying talking to him.
Does he look down for some fun?
Make an insight check. Yeah, this. Well, I'll roll for the other two to see if they're hot. But yeah. Oh God,
Wow.
He's another unfortunate man. Two very unfortunate men.
I got a 6.
You're you can't get a good read on them. They don't immediately give you any down to party vibes.
What about the lady?
But the lady, let's see if I get a 3 for that too. Oh no, this lady is an 18 worths of hot.
Ooh.
So she's pretty good looking. I don't know what you think is hot, but this is on kind of just a generic person scale of what would be conventionally hot.
Okay.
What would you want her to look like? That's what you want her to look like.
What is her? What does she look like?
She's a human,
She's a
and she looks
human?
like a noble.
A noble.
Other than that, you
human?
can give me whatever info you want.
Okay. Well, I imagine that she has tan skin and green eyes and
Ooh.
dark black hair,
Ooh.
very long, some intricate braids.
I like it. Nice.
And she's wearing a dress that I don't know how it's being held up, but I do want to know.
That sounds great.
That sounds really good. Okay. And you can see that these dudes are like, they don't look necessarily intimidated, but well, actually, I'm not even going to say that because your insight check was bad.
I was distracted by her dress.
You're just really distracted by how hot she was.
How is it up?
How does that stay up? Is there like glue or tape or something? Is that magic? Enchanted to fit up there. Melees, what do you think you would really kind of be doing right now?
I think Melees doesn't super care about anything that had happened during the wedding other than it happened. So he's going to go eat and then he's going to go fill up some dance cards.
Hell yeah. Okay, so we'll get over to you in a second, eating some food, seeing what's over there. Roll for, I don't know why I'm having you roll, just for fun. I'm going to have you roll to see like how good this food looks in Melee's turn.
How hot is the food?
How hot is the food?
What roll is this? What is that roll?
Inside check.
You have to ask. No, I would just say roll a d20. Don't add anything to it.
What if she rolls like a 5 and so it's crap, but this is a royal wedding.
Listen, I will explain it. Just let me do this.
Well, I rolled an 18.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's good.
That.
So it's a pretty good selection. There may be like a couple dishes that you would have maybe hoped that had been there, but otherwise it's nice. It's good, high quality stuff.
Describe some of these hot
What kind of food do you think Melees is into? This is just going to become a food podcast.
I mean, he has to maintain those muscles, so he has to eat a lot of protein.
Yeah.
So I think he's just going to get, chicken, beef, steak.
It's good meat. It's very well cooked,
Are there
especially for
any
mass-produced
sauces
meat.
on that meat.
Any sausage?
Sauces.
Sauces and
Yeah.
sausage.
Don't want dry meat.
Yeah, describe
Yeah,
the
some
sausages to me.
describe the meat for me.
Turning into a much different podcast than what I signed up for.
Hey,
How long are the sausages? How thick are they?
Excellent. So you get your fill of that meat. Anyway, okay. So back to eavesdropping while Melees is stuffing himself with meat.
Hilrana's just watching Melee stuff himself with meat.
After you we're watching, you're looking at this chick, and then your eyes you
over in the
across
distance, I
room,
see
and you see Melees just chowing down.
He's not even swallowing.
Okay. Make a I guess his perception to see if you can kind of get you can hear what they're saying and also I'll have you make a stealth check too.
Okay. My perception check was a 13. And my stealth, let's see, stealth. That was just a 10.
Okay. You are neither of the men seem to notice at all that we're talking to this woman. The slovenly, very unattractive men. But maybe with great personalities. I'm not trying to hate on them. It's just you guys asked how hot they were. They are totally absorbed in talking to each other, talking to her, and then also greeting Prince Sono. So they don't seem to notice
They're
it at
into
all.
each other.
The dudes look like they maybe could be brothers. So I'm gonna say
never
no.
mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
Please no.
Yeah.
It's not that thing.
That's not what we're gonna get into here. No, they look like they're related somehow. They have similar features, similar unattractive features. Oh, buddies. But obviously these people like talking to them, so they're not unfortunate. It's fine. It's not always about being hot.
They need love too.
Yes, it is.
Okay. The prince does not seem to notice you at all. The chick
Prince is a doofus.
The prince is so yeah. But the chick definitely she kind of has that look of she always knows when people are looking at her.
Damn it.
Yeah, and she knows that you are listening in. But before she kind of notices, you hear Prince Sono like, "Hey, how's it going? This has been crazy, hasn't it? Oh my gosh!" And so they start to chat, and then he's like, "Oh my god, I cannot believe it. Must have been so embarrassing. It was kind of funny, wasn't it?" And the other two are the two dudes laugh a little bit, but then yeah, but it's I feel bad. I think that's Jalessa handled it like the best way that she could have, though. So, it's great. Now we can party. And the chick just kind of is standing there and she nods a little bit. And then before she says something, this is when she notices you, Lanny, and she looks over and she's like, "Hi, how are you? Can I help you?"
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you talking to me?
Yeah, I saw you looking at us.
Oh, I was just trying to figure out. I feel a little bit rude now. I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't ask. Just wondering, I am going to ask, how does your dress stay up like that?
Let's make like a persuasion check just to see if that comes off as like rude or just like nice and flattering.
Oh God, I rolled a 2. So that's
Oh God.
So I just sound like a creep. I'm like, how are you?
Just that dress down. She's like, it's tailored well. And then Prince Sono looks over and he's like, "Oh, hey, I know we didn't talk a whole lot, but you were there, that you helped. Hey, what was your name again? I'm sorry, I forgot."
Larry.
Yeah, you look different, but you look good.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome. Happy to have you here. We're your friends.
Oh, they're just carousing.
Nice. I liked you guys. Oh my gosh, that one guy, the one that's over at the meat table right now, amazing. So much fun.
That's Miles.
Miles, thank you. Yeah, but you all seem really awesome, and I'm so glad you could make it.
Yes, thank you so much for inviting us.
Oh no, what problem? The woman kind of like looks at him and she's like, You know this woman?
Oh yes, we met at the bachelorette party.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Prince Sono told me about what you guys did. That's really nice. And her demeanor kind of relaxes a little bit, like maybe you're not
Maybe I'm not
as
a total
creepy.
creeper.
Yeah, that's possible.
He's just awkward.
Light
What
creeper.
were you doing during this time?
I was
You were
just doing a sweep.
Doing a sweep. Okay. Make a wisdom save for me.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Natural 20.
Yeah, you see that Mile's chowing down on that meat and it does not faze you at all.
Oh, damn.
You're like, whatever. I'm going to keep looking.
I needed a
Get that
natural
meat,
20.
Mile.
I know. To watch Miles tearing apart hot pieces of meat with those gorgeous teeth.
Yeah, I mean, like, if that's what you want to do, you can, but you're not beholden to your desire to watch him.
Well,
with the meat.
obviously, her entire body feels as though it's filled with flames of passion and burning desire.
Obviously.
She
As any woman does when they
as
see a man eating
any
meat.
red-blooded tiefling would do, but she is on a mission to find out what the F is going on. So yeah, she's gonna clamp it down.
Clamp it down.
She can attack that later, with consent, because consent is sexy.
Mm-hmm.
But she is going to keep sweeping the room, hoping she ever hears some gossip.
Okay, make a perception check, and then we'll kind of all gather together.
Not so great. She got a 6.
There are a lot of people here, a lot of people talking, a lot of different conversations. A good number of the conversations seem to be people talking about what happened, but people aren't lingering on it too much. People seem to start getting a little bit more relaxed, chill, having a good time, starting to eat, have some drinks. You don't catch on anything that stands out other than the vibe that people are just starting to have like a good time. About this time, the bride and groom enter. They play some beautiful fanfare. They look at each other pretty lovingly and they look happy next to each other, and they go to their table and sit down, and then this is when everybody's kind of gestured to go choose a table to sit at and have some food. So do you guys want to go sit down at a table? Do you want to be like, fuck that? What do you want to do?
Flip a table.
Flip a table. Kick it over. Good. I love it. This is the vibe that I'm looking for. So I'm into it. Chaos.
I'm going to go sit at a table like a civilized Eladrin.
Excellent. Now, here's the thing, which I was trying to get to, is what type of people do you want to sit at? Do you want to just sit at your own table and see who joins you? Do you want to try to join other people around? What kind of vibe are you looking for your table?
I do think that I would want to sit with the others, so it kind of depends on where they end up plopping themselves.
Yeah, I think Faris would want to get with her peeps that she came with.
Okay. Hilrana, where do you want to sit?
I want to sit with the sexy lady.
Obviously.
Oh,
Good choice.
She already
Good
likes
choice.
me. So that's good.
So you guys can kind of huddle up once it starts to become time to sit at a table. And it just so happens that the number of chairs that are at a table are 3 plus 4, right? Because there are 4 of you, right?
Yeah.
I can do basic addition. So that's 7 chairs.
7.
Wow. Guys, you should be really impressed.
Yeah.
There are 7 chairs at this table that you see that they're going towards the 3. And so you can, Hilrana, you can scoot your way over to sit down with them. And the rest of you can join. Unless for some reason, Miles, you don't want to sit with them.
No, I think I'd load up on a plate of food and
Good.
go eat.
Good. And so you find shockingly, Miles, that was just like the appetizer meat. There is
Amazing.
actually going to be bringing you out like many courses of food now. So hopefully you didn't fill up too much, but I think you'll
No,
be good.
I'm ready.
I was going to make a really terrible joke, but I'm not going to.
Oh,
No,
you have
the
to.
moment is gone now.
It's not
It's never too
fair.
late for me.
As you guys are sitting, it's never too late for me.
There's
You
always room for
I
me.
am really hungry.
like in real life.
Yeah.
I know, me too. We need to stop talking about food. The servers bring you out any kind of drinks that you want. They bring you out food. The people at your table are mostly talking to each other, but the woman will look around and be like, I've met your friend, Lanny. Who may I inquire upon the rest of your names?
Hey, I'm Faris.
Faris.
Hi, I'm Hilrana.
Hi, I'm shit. I don't have a name.
Oh, gosh.
Hi, I'm shit. I'm Shannon It.
Shannon it? Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah.
I'm Lady Shannon It.
Nice.
It's a pleasure. And you, sir, who are you?
Melees?
Nice. Okay.
I was trying to say it with a full mouth, but that's hard to do.
All
I
right
don't know.
then.
He's not interested in talking.
Yeah, he's like, I don't care how that dress is being held up. I am here for the
He's seen it
food,
before.
ma'am. And the 2 men introduce themselves as Lord Steve and Lord Stefan of actually no relation, as it turns out.
Huh.
But very
Weird.
they kind of joke for a moment about how like, yeah, people tell us we look like brothers and we just don't see it. We just don't see it. But I mean, whatever. We've been best friends since we were kids, so it's like we might as well be brothers. It's a pleasure to meet all of you.
Oh, likewise.
How do you all know the prince?
Oh, we've run in similar circles. You guys seem cool. Yeah, we tend to party with him mostly.
He does seem like he likes to party.
Yeah, we were actually out of town. We came in for the wedding, so we weren't able to make it to the bachelor party. Yeah, I wasn't able to make it to the bachelorette party, but I heard it was pretty boring. So I'm kind of glad that I didn't get there. Although the second part at the club, that sounded crazy. Excellent. So I need everyone. As the night goes on, you're eating food. The meal is coming to an end. Unless you have really specific things you want to ask these people, they're nice, but they don't really divulge any secrets or anything to you unless you really want to like press them. I need everyone, for no reason whatsoever, to roll a d6 for me.
Hey, I got a 6.
A 6.
A
Okay.
5.
I got a 3.
5.
5. All right, let me just roll something real quick for our friends at the table. Oh, God. Okay, as you guys are sitting there eating, the sound level at the party is getting kind of a little bit higher. The meal has ended. They're pushing away stuff, making it more. The music is swelling up. It's getting into more of like a party dance vibe. There are some like dancers that are coming out and doing stuff. It's actually it's like a little bit more relaxed than you would necessarily think of for a royal wedding. But as you're sitting there, Miles, the 2 gentlemen that are there, Lord Steve and Lord Stefan, or Stefan, I can't remember who's. It doesn't matter. Stefan. they're like looking at you and they're like, hey man, hey, this like party is kind of boring. Do you want to go streaking? And Miles, you feel the urge to take your clothes off.
Oh,
absolutely.
Lord.
You didn't have to tell me that.
Yeah, Miles just hears the word streaking and he's like, "All right, yes!" And
Yeah,
he just
he's like,
tears
yes.
all of his
So
clothes are
funny.
tear away
Yeah.
all the time.
He's so into it. He finishes his food and he's like, yes, all right.
Perfect. Okay.
Where, when, how we doing this?
I don't know, but like, so we could. I mean, I don't know. Like, the doors do kind of open up into the gardens back there, and I see some people starting to head out there. Maybe we could like go sneak off and like take our clothes off and run through, or we could just run through the whole room. Oh my god, that would be so funny.
Yeah. Let's start in the garden, see how the vibe is.
Yeah, get a
you know what I'm
vibe
saying?
for it. Yeah.
Yeah, vibe check. And then if they're feeling it, we can move that party inside. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Oh man, I'm so glad you sat with us. This sounds awesome. You guys don't even really notice this streaking conversation because there's other stuff going on for you. Faris and Hilrana,
Yeah.
you guys are sitting there talking to each other. You kind of start to hear Miles and these dudes talk about going streaking. Faris, you look at Hilrana and you look at like, there's just something about her face that's pissing you off.
Oh no.
And Hilrana, you look over at Faris and you're like, oh my god, what is up with this chick? And you guys feel this intense, like, strong animosity towards each other all of a sudden. Like, it feels like it's just gonna come bursting out of you how pissed off you are that this person is even here and exists. So what would you like to do?
Oh, first I want to say I love you so much.
Not right now, you don't.
All right, but Faris is very pissy. She's just gonna give you the look. She's gonna raise her eyebrow and give you the "Sup, bitch."
And I'm giving you the, what the hell are you looking at? Look.
So we're probably just gonna.
We're just looking at each
Given
other.
that look. Okay. I would like you both to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
I'm really wishing I would have brought a rotisserie chicken because I know.
Faris
meat party.
got a 19.
Faris got a 19.
What was this,
you're
wisdom?
Containing it.
Yes, wisdom saving throw.
It burns in you, but you're like,
See, Faris always cherishes the idea of throwing a drink in someone's face because that seems very glamorous and dramatic.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
But she also is like, has weird affection for this girl, even though she's pissed.
right
So
now.
I got a 15.
Luckily, you both, like, you're still, it's there and it's not going anywhere, but neither of you immediately have the urge to, like, slap the other one or throw a drink in the other one's face. Probably because you haven't said anything yet.
Oh,
But
yeah.
those, you're seething, and everything else kind of just narrows down to how much this other person is, like, just offends you for even being there in the space.
How dare you?
You got a 3?
I did. I got it.
As you're talking, you look over to the lady that's sitting next to you,
Shannon.
Shannonette. So dumb.
Shannon.
So dumb.
That's her name now.
Lady Shannonette looks over at you, and you guys lock eyes,
Oh yeah.
and it is on. And you guys,
Wondered if that's
you
what was
have
going to happen.
never felt this much immediate attraction to someone. It's like,
Okay.
if you could, you would just grab her and start making out with her right now, and you could if you wanted to.
Can my
or you could try
leg
to
like
resist.
reach her leg under the table?
Yeah, and you find
Okay.
that as you're doing that, hers is like, she's into it. She's like already moved herself over to you and is
Okay.
just like locks eyes with you, and
I'm gonna get under the table. Under the
yes.
table. Why not?
yeah, okay. So you get under the table,
Slides
and I'm
under
just gonna
the
see if
table
she
like
makes
SpongeBob style.
a wisdom saving
Oh, yeah.
throw to see if she's able
I'm not
to
even
resist this.
trying to resist.
No, she's like, she just like
She's
looks at you
into
with
it. I
this
can-
look like,
yeah.
hell yeah, and that's what Lanny does. And you guys can fill in the blanks of what's happening now. So while Lanny has some fun under the table, Miles, you're going streaking. I would like you. How are you going to make like a big show of your streak? Are you just going to try to get past quickly and people be like, what was that? What kind of vibe are you going for your streak? The guys will follow your lead.
Ooh. I mean, I don't think he's ashamed at anything, and I think he genuinely just thinks he's trying to get the party going. So I think he would like saunter rather than streak.
Okay.
And he might, if people seem into it, he might go up to him and do a little dance.
I imagine him doing like a Baywatch run.
Slow-mo.
Very slow-mo.
His junk just kind of flapping back and forth.
Can we get like a
Run.
Very appealing.
Oh, the hottest thing ever.
Oh yeah. He's gonna judge the crowd and work from
See
there.
what they're into. Okay,
Yeah.
so the two guys know how to kind of get out of a hallway and out into the gardens and divest their clothes. Once they see you nude compared to themselves, there is like, you can see across their faces like a moment of like, but then they both, in like a snap of a second, it's like something switches in their brain and they're like, they don't care at all, and they're super into their bodies.
Yeah. It's not fair to compare yourselves to me.
No, it's not at all.
You know?
Not at all. And they're not going to even bother. They are, and they're happy with themselves. They both are kind of
embrace your bodies.
Yeah, they rip off their clothes. And honestly, they look a little bit better without clothes because their clothes were so ill-fitting that it just kind of like gave a more disheveled vibe. Okay, they're gonna run unless you can convince them to saunter. Would you like to convince them to saunter?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think like three of us sauntering. I don't know, people might think it's a vibe.
That's powerful.
Yeah, okay, make a persuasion check for me with advantage.
So the first was a 13. The second roll was a 16.
16. Oh yeah, they see you. They see your glistening muscles. They have taken off their clothes and they're like, okay, yeah.
Let's give them a show.
Let's give them a show. Okay,
Didn't
so
ask for, but
a show that no one asked for. Make a performance check as you saunter through the gardens first. It's a little bit easier to ease your way in there. Not as many people out there.
Even despite a +3 in performance, I just got a 10.
I'm gonna say that you have advantage because you got these two dudes on board that are gonna be like your backup saunterers.
Okay. The second roll is a 14.
Okay.
Not my best performance.
A couple people see you as you walk by. There are a pair of halfling women who are just kind of hanging out and chatting in the gardens, having a small glass of wine, and they both kind of go, oh! And then like scurry away, like they were scared of what was going on. But
they won't bite.
Make a persuasion check before they completely run away.
God, he's such a turd. 16. He's such a broseph right now. I'm sorry.
Let's see. The one just continues to run away. The other one kind of looks you up and down, and she starts stripping off her clothes, and she's going to follow along with you.
Beautiful. I love it.
So you've got this really like stout halfling woman who just rips her clothes off, throws them on the ground, leaves them there. Her friend is like looking from the bush. She's like, what are you doing? It's like, it's a party. Come on. And the other one just runs away. So now you have another person in your group. And as you continue to go, you have a kind of similar mixed reaction where some people, I would say more people than not, that are out in the gardens have decided to join you in ripping their clothes off. And so now there is a force of about 8 people that are completely nude, that are strolling through the gardens, getting closer towards where the doors into the main ballroom area are. So that's happening. Faris and Hilrana.
Yes.
It just won't go away. You both keep trying to chill out. You both keep trying to calm down. You see a pair of very old-looking human women that are just screaming at each other, like screaming at the top of their lungs, and the other one reaches out and just slaps the other one across the cheek, and the other one leaps up out of her chair, dives across the table, and like grabs at this woman, and they fall off the table, roll onto the ground, and are currently having a slap fight on the ground. And that feels good to you. That feels like something you'd be into.
Hilrana casts Primal Savagery.
Oh shit, what does that do?
Causes your teeth and fingernails to sharpen, ready to deliver a corrosive attack. I'm not attacking right now, but like I'm angry and like my teeth start growing and I start growing claws.
An intimidation move.
Just like, I don't even know, like it's intimidation, but also just like, I'm just so angry, like I can't even control it.
Amazing. So that's where that's at. Faris, what do you do?
I think at that point, if she's seeing like two people going at it, has she noticed Miles and the naked entourage yet?
We have not entered the ballroom yet.
Okay. So, all right, so discard that. So she's seeing these two women fighting, and then she's seeing Fangy McLawclaw over here.
And you don't know where Lanny went, but the woman at the table seems like she's like her head is kind of back and she looks very happy.
I feel like Faris would know what was going on.
Okay, yeah, you can pick that up.
Yeah. So can I do an insight check?
Yeah, with disadvantage because you're so filled with the desire to punch the shit out of someone, and particularly Hilrana.
All right, with disadvantage, it was an 18.
Oh, hey, that's still pretty good. So you're able to clear your head for a moment. So what were you trying to get a vibe?
I need to explain to you what I was trying to get insight on. Just if something weird is going on that may be affecting people's moods.
Yeah. This is two seemingly frail older ladies literally rolling around on the floor slapping each other. Is a pretty good indicator what if you have a brief moment of being able to break out of your anger at Hilrana to like notice what that's weird, and then you also have a moment where you're like, I didn't know that that would be like something Lanny would do in the middle of a room. Like I don't know her that well, but this
seems out of character.
It's a little out of character, and you have that moment of like realizing that. And it kind of helps you a little bit with the anger. It's still there, but it's not, and it hasn't diminished, but you feel like maybe almost like there's two parts of your brain now, where one part is aware of what's going on and the other one is just like wants to fight, and they're kind of fighting against each other.
Okay, so I think she's definitely not going to want to fight Bangy McLongclaw over here because she's probably going to get her ass kicked. So I think she would put her hands up in a surrender kind of gesture.
Okay.
Like, I think something's making us that crazy. I'm going to step away.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay.
And I guess just make like a wisdom save for me, Hilrana.
So with disadvantage, it was still a 19.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what did you get for your wisdom save, Hilrana?
17.
17. Okay. I would say that it does cut through a little bit. It cuts through the anger a little bit where you're like, wait, yeah.
I feel like at this point, like, Hilrana's like digging into the table. Like, there's like claw marks. Like, she's trying to control it, but the anger feels so good. And she's also really angry because she notices that Laniver is probably doing something to this lady she thought was hot. And she kind of wants to flip the table over and like go after Laniver too. But she's trying to control that.
You are able to keep it under control for the moment.
Okay.
And what Faris says does get through a little bit.
Yeah, and that's why I'm trying to control it now.
Okay. Meanwhile, Miles, big show, it's ready. You want to go into the ballroom?
Yeah, if I may retroactively add something, I would have loved it if Miles starts doing just very simplistic walking dance moves so that people can like mimic him, and so when they get in there, it's more like a celebration of the bodies instead of
for some reason I'm imagining in Dirty Dancing where Patrick Swayze comes in from the back of the room with like that dance move with all those people except completely nude. So
does he slide in on the floor when the doors like I imagine him opening up like double doors and then sliding in as everyone in?
Of course.
Okay. I think that we're definitely going to need a performance check with advantage, and I'm going to also just make a performance check for the rest of the people to see how well they're following along with this simple move choreography as they enter the space.
This is the best.
Copyright.
The best roll was a 17.
Oh,
Hey.
yeah. It does smart just a tiny bit when you slide in on your
I was
bare
gonna
knees
say.
onto this marble, but luckily it was
That's
cleaned
fair.
recently, so you get
It's got
pretty
a lot of
far.
leg hair.
Yeah, you
kind
got
of.
a lot of leg hair that's gripping.
He's always oiled too.
Oh, but you're always
so it's like-
oiled, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you're oiled
So
up.
I take that back. You slide in and
Like
slide
butter.
almost like a third of the way into this room, across the
Amazing.
floor, your arms out, your chest out, your dick out.
Everything. Everything
arms.
out.
Just arms.
Comes out, chest out, dick out.
And it just, people back away instinctually and look at you, and the other people kind of like they don't slide in, they're not that graceful, but they do kind of this little like step touch thing coming in with like a little bit of a shoulder shimmy.
Yes.
Some body rolls
Body
as they come in.
rolls.
And I'm gonna see how the crowd reacts to this one.
I'm living for this.
So I would say a quarter of the people there look so shocked and flabbergasted and aghast, that's the right word, at what you have done that they can't even move. They're just so shocked. The bride and groom including, but the other 3/4 just start screaming at the top of their lungs like, oh yeah! Hell yeah! And the 2 women who are fighting on the ground get up and they're like, okay. And they start taking their clothes off. Other people start taking their clothes off. And the vibe has definitely turned for most people in the space that aren't just totally shocked into a very free, clothes optional, sexy, weird vibe. A little less anger than sexiness going on now because of that amazing entrance. So you guys could actually make another wisdom save with advantage if you wanted to. And Lanny, you don't see this.
No.
You're busy, but I'm gonna make a roll for the woman to see if she like is distracted by this. No, she's just still sitting there. She's good where she is.
I got a
I know what I'm
23.
doing.
A 23.
Yes.
Okay, you shake off almost completely that feeling of anger, and instead it is being replaced more with like you don't need to rip your clothes off unless you think that Hilrana would do
Hilrana
that.
doesn't wear clothes.
Oh, that's true. You don't unmanifest your clothing unless you wanted to. It's your choice what you do right now. You don't feel like you have any kind of influence on you, other than the magnetic sexual energy of the rest of the people there.
Yeah, I feel like during that time, whenever she was like ripping the table, her like wood armor was starting to come up, but now everything is starting to soften about her, and she's like more nude looking.
Same thing goes for, what did you get for your roll?
Ferris got a 17.
17. Yeah, same thing goes for you. You don't feel the anger as much, but you saw what you saw, and people are getting wild in here.
Hell yeah.
What do you do, Faris?
She's gonna rip off those studs and join in.
Okay. So, people, it is madness in here now. People are getting naked, dancing. People are like pulling groups of people off into like side rooms to begin their orgy. There are some people though after the begin their orgy, you know, as you do
at a wedding.
at a
Like you
wedding,
do.
as
Normal.
you do. There are some people though that still seem like they have that angry energy. The bride and groom, not secretively at all, just both get up. Prince Grant like grabs her and brings her into his arms and like just starts making out with her and then runs out of the room with her.
Yay!
So they're gone. Prince Sono looks like he's outside like fighting somebody, but like not in a violent way, just like a for fun way.
Is it a homoerotic?
It is a very homoerotic fight. Actually, yeah, he started some kind of like naked oil wrestling outside. So he started that with. Oh my
I'm a
god!
little bit disappointed that I'm missing that.
Well, you can. There's time if
You're busy.
I am busy.
You see at one point your friend Teresa Pineapple Bordeaux.
Mm-hmm.
She actually goes over to the groom's father and punches him in the face and screams very loudly, so much that you can hear over the crowd and the noise of whatever is happening in the space, the gyrating. She just screams at him and she's like, "You're a filthy Black Cloud Islander and you need to go back from where you came. You don't deserve to be here. Your son does not deserve to be ruling this country. You're traitors and you're scum. And then she spits in his face.
She sounds very
and kicks him in the nuts.
Holy shit.
Did we all hear and see this?
Yeah, you hear this from where you are. And people do gasp, and then some people seem to get angrier and start to gather around them. Other people don't give a fuck, and they're like, sexy dance, oh yeah.
Well, Neely's is going to go over and try to stop it.
Okay.
Or at least calm Teresa down, get her out of there, stop her from punching anyone else.
Okay, sure. What is everybody else doing real quick? And then we'll get to that.
I'm going to follow Mila.
Okay.
Even though I think it's hilarious.
Okay. You laugh.
Yeah. If I was there, I'd be like, and
I
I heard that her dress is fake.
I mean, you can be done with what you were doing.
Oh, no.
It depends. Am I done with it?
You're done
Is
with
Shannon done?
Shannon is done.
Okay.
You both are very pleased with the encounter.
All right. I'm resituating. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you are free. You were free to now do whatever else you would like to do.
Okay. All right.
Okay, Milace, you go up. Are you going to try to grab her? What are you doing to try to stop her?
I'm just going to... Is she still sort of squaring off to him?
Yeah, she just, I would say not kicked, because her dress probably wouldn't do it. She would just kneed him in the nuts, and he kind of fell over forward, coughing, and she looks like she's getting ready to, like, hit him again.
I'll go step in front of her and, like, put my hand out, but also put a hand protectively around my nuts.
Okay,
idea.
the classic protect your nuts, but
Yeah.
still
Yes.
protect the other person's nuts as well.
I'm hungry again.
Yeah. And just be like, ma'am, calm down. This is a wedding.
Oh my god. And the guy on the ground is actually like, he doesn't look like he wants to fight her. He looks like just so shocked, and he's crying because he got hit in the nuts. Yeah, make a I guess she's gonna try to hit past you, so I guess just maybe make like an athletics versus her dexterity.
I have a +6 in athletics. so
Yeah.
I rolled what is this? I got a natural 20, so 26.
Oh.
Yes.
Natural 20, you are very easily, she actually hits you on her way to doing it, but it like does nothing to you. It just kind of grazes off your oiled skin when you were ready for it anyway. Like the other guy, it was a surprise attack, so she was able, I think, to get more done. I would also like you to make, like, with advantage, an intimidation check to see if you can kind of get her to back off, because she still like has this rage in her eyes.
Okay. Ooh. I got another 20. It's not a natural 20.
Oh, wow.
That was for the first roll.
So she does back away a little bit. She is definitely scared of you. In that moment, she sees that, like, she definitely could not take you. And she just spits on the ground again and, like, storms off.
All right.
And as she's leaving, she yells out for her sister. She says, Mirabelle, we're leaving. This is a sham. And her sister, who you had not noticed until this point, is just like pressed up against a wall, making out with one of those naked dudes that was at the table with you guys. And they are just like hardcore making out. And she's like, Mirabelle! And Mirabelle looks over her shoulder and just flips her off and keeps making out with this guy. And then she looks pissed and she storms off without her.
Good for her.
Yeah. Right on, Mirabelle.
But there are some people that are now getting angry. They're arguing with each other. And it looks like it's divided between some of the wedding guests who are native Cloudians and some people who are from the contingent that Grant brought with him, his family. They're yelling at each other about how the Black Cloud Islanders are traitors, and the other one's talking about how they did it for their freedom. People are pissed. It's all devolving into just utter madness.
Are we all gathered together at this point?
Yeah, you can be together at this point after you stop Teresa from just continuing to kick the crap out of the dude. He after he kind of shakes it off a little bit, he's very thankful. He kind of grabs your hand. He's like, thank you so much. I don't know what's going on right now. People are acting crazy. And then he looks at you and remembers that you're nude. And he's like, I mean, yeah, everyone is acting really weird, but maybe you can't tell as much.
Oh, it's super weird vibes, man, but don't worry. Get undressed, get naked, enjoy yourself.
No, what? No.
This is a party.
What is going on here? We need to call someone. Something is wrong here.
I agree. Something's wrong. I mean, I'm naked too.
Yeah. Faris comes over, her hips swaying. Yes. I agree.
I agree. Something's definitely wrong. I mean, it doesn't take much to convince me to get naked. So it's not that it's the party, but there's definitely something going on at your party.
Do you know anybody that we could call?
I mean, we could call the guard maybe, and he looks around, and some of the people that were guards and servers at the party are also going crazy. Fucking or fighting, basically.
Hilrana is using a straw she found to make spitballs to try to get people to fight each other.
Nice. Okay, very good. Instigating it. I love it.
So is Hilrana no longer under this spell, or is she just sort of under it? Or
you still feel its presence, whatever this is, whether it's a spell or something. You still feel it there, but your willpower is strong enough that you are able to resist it if you choose.
Faris, do you have any idea what's happening?
I am feeling like we're all being influenced. And I don't know if I feel it's magical, but I don't know if it came in through the food, because it didn't start until everybody started eating and drinking.
Oh.
Or if it's someone, a guest here, who just likes mischief. I'm not sure, but we're definitely being influenced, and I believe it's magic.
You can make a wisdom save for me if you want to, with advantage, because she's kind of describing stuff to you.
Yeah, I did not make that save. I got a 5.
You can't.
With advantage, that's right.
With advantage, yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. Nope. My second one. Oh, no, my second one was a 14.
Okay. It's hard for you to concentrate at first with what Faris is saying, because Faris just is like completely nude before you.
Yeah,
and
she
looking
looks
really good.
Really good.
And so it's like, it's very distracting.
You think that we're being influenced? Are you sure?
As she continues to talk, the distraction lets up a little bit to the point where you can acknowledge that maybe whatever you're saying is true.
Huh.
DM question.
Yes.
Can Faris try to get people to stop acting crazy?
You certainly can try to do it.
Can I try my
thaumaturgy?
Thank you.
Can I roll religion to see if Lanny would have an idea?
Yeah, of course. Let's have her to try to cool things down or scare people to stop, and then we'll have you do that. And you know what? I'm going to have you counter with your spitballs, Hilrana, to see. So make like it's a persuasion check. Or no, dexterity check to see how well you're hitting people with the spitballs. Would you?
Faris got a natural 1.
Nice. So you get your thaumaturgy. What do you shout with your thaumaturgy?
So she was going to yell, "Hey, everybody, stop. Wait a minute."
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. It's probably is coming out like, "Everybody, come on. Everybody, don't stop. Everybody, don't stop."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's very loud, but not convincing at all. In fact, it has the opposite effect. Some people cheer like, "Yeah, let's get it started. Don't stop." Hilrana, what was your dexterity?
I got a 15.
15. Pretty good spitballs. You got those 2 old ladies to start fighting again.
Nice.
Oh my God.
And then religion check.
I got 15.
15. Pretty good. So thinking about stuff, you try to remember what could cause this. You know from your basic knowledge of religion in the area that the goddess Lear, who was the challenge was invoked for, was the goddess of passion and war. And it's like that this has a very strong correlation to that.
Right.
But it's also confusing because she does not exist anymore. She is dead.
Right.
So some people are either, you're not sure what exactly it is. Like you've never heard of a religious thing where this happened before, but it's not a coincidence, you wouldn't think.
Right. Okay.
Milace, what are you doing?
I think I get that the vibe has changed, and so I'm going to try to find some clothing to put back on, at least to protect the sensitive area.
Okay, fair.
I'm sorry, Faris. But it could be, I mean, haphazardly made. I'm not going out to get my clothes in the garden. I'm just going to grab some stuff and make like a loincloth.
I imagine them getting like a serving plate.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
that
a
could be a
tablecloth.
shield.
Yeah, you can rip a tablecloth.
Makes
off.
a toga out of a table.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
That's what he wears anyway.
Yeah,
Exactly.
He had a
So-
really fancy outfit on, though. It was
Oh, yeah.
very good.
Yeah, there's feathers, I think, if I remember correctly. And I think I'm
Yes.
just, other than that, he's waiting for what to do. I don't think he has any ability
Okay.
to tell what's going on until someone
Just-
tells him.
Make a wisdom save for me, real quick.
11.
11. Okay. You put that toga on, but then you see out in the gardens, Prince Sono's like, Meles! Meles! Come on out and wrestle me! And it's a pretty strong urge for you to you don't have to, but the desire to wrestle and best someone in hand-to-hand combat is very strong.
Yeah, and he don't back down from a challenge, so I think he's gonna just like pump his chest and bid adieu to the party and say, I'll be out there. And he's gonna go wrestle that prince.
Amazing. So there is a crowd gathered around a circle where people are wrestling, and there are some people that are like oiling people up to like get in there and wrestle.
I'm in line for
And-
that.
Oh my god,
immediately.
what am I doing with my life?
This is what you should be doing with your life.
Oil me up, baby.
Prince Sono with his very light blue skin and his I think he had white hair. I'm terrible at remembering things. He's surprisingly muscly. He's nowhere near as muscly as you are. He's more kind of a lean, scrappy type fighter. He's gonna just beckon for you and like for you to come into the ring with a grin on his face. So
Yeah.
he can do a little bit of rolling if you would like. So go ahead and roll initiative for me.
I got a 4.
No.
Okay, so he beckons and you come in and you're about to start to go for an attack, and he just like scurries around behind you and is going to try to like sweep your leg. Oh, hey, what's your AC? I guess you don't have any armor on, so
What's your skin?
what's your
Oh.
skin? I don't.
That would just
How
be
do I
your
tell
dexterity
that?
bonus.
Your dexterity modifier would be, yeah, what Sarah said.
My dex modifiers +1.
+1, so 11. So yeah, he easily sweeps your leg. You fall down to the ground, and he's gonna leap on top of you and try to like pin you down. So now it's your turn. What are you doing?
I'm on the ground.
Yeah.
And he's trying to leap on me.
He's in the process of, he's jumped on top of you, but he doesn't have you like grappled yet. He just kind of like was about to go for it.
I'm gonna try to roll him.
Sure. Yes. Okay. Make
Yeah.
make an athletics check for me. We're just gonna have you grapple him and try to roll him over. Why am I rolling for him? Okay.
I rolled a 20, not a natural 20.
Oh, very nice. So he is very slippery, literally, and like kind of his very dexterous. But you were able to grab hold of him and flip him over onto his back.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, I don't know what happens now.
What happens next, Meles?
They kiss.
And now they kiss.
Now, kid.
And now we make out.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if Prince Sono would try to kiss you for his turn.
Well, he's a fool if he doesn't.
Oh yeah. He
Okay.
definitely cannot resist the charm of Meles, this muscly man on top of him, and he just like you can try to dodge out of the way if you don't want him to kiss you, but he's gonna just lean forward and try to just plant a passionate kiss on you.
I mean, it's not
If you're not into it, you can definitely be
Well-
like, no thank you, sir.
No, that's the thing, is Meles is like equal opportunity lover. He's definitely sparred with men before and had it become a romantic thing. So I think he's just gonna be into it.
Nice. So they make out.
It's a
and,
party.
Whatever else, happens with them making out and wrestling we'll just let that happen.
Yeah, I definitely forgot about everything that I was just considering. And I followed Miles out. And I'm just watching.
A lot of people are just watching them making out and wrestling.
Yeah,
it's pretty
I
hot.
love it.
Pretty good.
We're doing both things, right? We
What?
can't decide if we're making out or wrestling, so we keep going back
Yeah,
and forth.
it's just back and forth, make out, wrestle. It's like a battle of sexual wills.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds
Amazing.
good.
Oh, God.
Put a pause in the show right now. Play some music to allow people to picture
Yes.
that for a
Just
moment.
just visualize it.
I have this like image of like a little thought bubble going over my head.
Yeah.
Them wrestling. Okay. Amazing. So it just seems to get crazier and crazier. Some people have passed out, just drunk off their ass. Some people have gotten high. And
Hilrana is using a marker to draw mustaches on everyone that's passed out.
Very good. So you're going around drawing mustaches on people. So a lot of people have left to go off and do things, whether to fight to the death or make out and have sex and who knows what else. Anything else you want to do on this debauchery-filled evening?
I think Faris would find her dress.
Okay.
And try thaumaturgy.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, I said it right. She would try it one more time.
Okay.
And this time she would use something more like whispers.
Okay. Like creepy whispers.
Yeah. Just be like,
Try spooks people.
Spooks people.
Be the spokesperson.
The spooksperson. Yep.
The spokesperson.
That was really good. A+. I just want you to make an intimidation check to see if you can spook people into actually listening to you.
Okay.
And I would normally say advantage because you're doing it with the whispers, but you would have been at disadvantage because people are so out of their minds right now.
So that's a 9.
It's not cutting through at all.
Oh, no. She'll have a drink, put her feet up, and just watch the show.
Okay, so you watch the show. The night goes on. Lanny, is there anything else you wanted to do tonight?
Lanny has run out of energy and is just going to like sit down somewhere, maybe with Faris.
It is very draining.
Yeah.
Hilrana, other than mustaches?
Hilrana's gonna come sit with them too, but she's still has her spitballs and she's still instigating fighting, but she's just hanging back and laughing.
Okay, perfect. And Miles, so you and Prince Sono were locked in combat for a while. What would you like to do? Prince Sono will invite you back to his chambers.
Oh shit. Oh, that's tough. I don't think he feels that way about Prince Sonos.
Yeah,
He
sure.
was just wanting a little bit of wrestling and making out. So I think he'll just not, politely say his goodbyes and then go find the rest of the group.
Oh yeah, Prince Sono does not look phased at all. He doesn't look like upset. He's just like, okay, yeah, sure. And then he grabs somebody else and starts making out with them.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys are chilling, hanging out, waiting.
Do you think that this could be like a curse? Lear can't curse people, can she? She's dead.
Well, does she have any brothers or sisters?
I don't know.
Something was definitely going on tonight to bust up this party or make it excellent, depending on your point of view.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is not a curse. It felt more blessed.
This is the best wedding I've ever been to.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see why you're saying that, but there were like geriatric people rolling around on the floor.
I know. That's why it was so great.
Let them feel the youth again.
Did you see that lady take out the other one's dentures? And then beat her with it?
Somehow.
Oh my God.
Okay, that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But what was interesting before Miles, our hero, busted up the crazy pineapple lady from kicking the king's ass, there seems to be a lot of tension just in general, and not just the good kind, the fighting kind.
Right.
So, I don't know. Was this human or was this God?
As you guys say, was this human or was this God? You see Lady Jalessa Spear, who you've not seen for most of the evening, kind of saunter over to your table. She's mostly dressed She's like, it looks like maybe she got undressed at some point, but then has kind of put it back on, but not completely right. She's like, oh my gosh, it's you guys. Hasn't this night been crazy? You look tired. I know things are winding down, but I just wanted to like invite you to my family's private island.
Oh, what do you do on your private island with your family?
Why'd you make it sound creepy?
That was super creepy.
Well, I think she's creepy. So.
She's like, I'm just sick. This night has reminded me I'm tired of being alone. I'm tired of it. This has been so much fun. There's so many attractive people here. And she kind of like looks at all of you guys. And I was just thinking, like, wouldn't it be fun if all these really attractive people came and visited me on my island and we just kind of like, got to know each other?
Sure, that sounds fine by me. Thank you.
Wonderful. I'll get the details to you, but I think it'd be really fun.
It does sound fun.
Yes.
Jalessa,
Yeah.
quick question.
Of course. Anything for you.
Oh, thank you, darling. During the wedding, you objected, right?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah, so I don't know. What was that about?
She looks around to see if anyone is listening, but fortunately, most people are passed out or gone by now. Honestly, Celeste asked me to.
What?
I mean, she asked me if I would do it because she knew that people were not excited about the wedding. I mean, not everybody. Some people were into it, but a lot of people were not. They didn't like the fact that she was marrying Grant. And she knew that because of Sono's dumbassery that he got her to see him, that if somebody else found out about that they would be able to just completely invalidate the wedding for the stupidest shit in the world.
I want to insight check her. I don't trust her.
Yeah, go for it.
Can I help with that?
Yeah, you can give Lanny advantage.
What is your modifier?
Oh, okay. Or you both you can roll separately if you want
Can I
to.
roll my own?
You can all roll your own insight if you want to.
But like what?
+1.
Okay, mine's better than yours.
Yes.
So do you want to give me advantage?
Yes.
Hello.
Okay, well then, yeah.
Natural.
Okay.
I already got a critical fail.
Oh, great.
Got a 17.
17. You're like, so Hilrana's like, oh, did you want to roll insight, Miles, or do you not care?
Oh, no, I think I'm just trusting her.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. Hilrana, you're like, you can't even focus on what she's saying. You're like, I don't know. So Lanny, with kind of like making eyes, not like sexy eyes, but like in a glance exchange with Faris, you kind of get the feeling that she's being honest. She seems genuinely like maybe she's just a friend that was trying to help her friend.
So, honey, let me get this straight. I've had a lot to drink. So,
Oh, yeah, me too. It's been crazy. If I hadn't done it and somebody else had heard rumors about what happened, which I'm sure did because Sono can't shut his stupid mouth, or those bandits could have said something. She was scared, and we thought it would be the best. I mean, honestly, it was my idea to pick Lear because I was like, oh, nothing's going to happen from that.
well,
Are you sure that nothing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I talked to the priestess about it ahead of time because I just wanted to like make sure that she thought that it would be safe. I didn't want to do anything that would jeopardize their wedding.
Well, all right. I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe this did make it so that people can't challenge it later.
Oh, well, yeah. Legally, no one can challenge it, or even within the church. It's the challenge was made, and I assume that it was fulfilled because Lear's dead.
I'm not so sure about that, Sugar.
People were acting awfully strange at this party.
I don't know. Maybe somebody spiked the liquor or something. I don't know.
That's possible.
I wouldn't put past Sono. He's an idiot.
Surely the guards wouldn't know. I mean, there's taste testers, right? Like they wouldn't. That seems like
Yeah,
it
I
would be a
guess.
big ask to get that through. I don't know. Is this how you would have expected a after party for a royal wedding to go down?
I
Not
mean,
that I'm complaining.
honestly,
but
not. But It was amazing. I feel better than I have in years. I'm just so ready to start the next chapter of my life, with maybe a new hot suitor of some sort. She kind of looks at you guys again and
eat, pray, love.
Yeah, exactly. She just looks you up and down.
Well, sure. I would love to go to your family's private island.
Awesome.
What house should I pack?
Ooh. I'll let you decide.
Is it warm?
Ooh, yeah, it's really warm, so you don't need to wear a whole lot of clothes.
I wouldn't anyway, but thank you for telling me that.
Good. Okay. Well, you guys, I will get the invite to you. I think that Celeste can give me your information on where to find you. Yeah, wild night. Really fun. Looking forward to getting to know all of you a little bit more.
Wonderful.
She kind of winks at you all and then saunters off.
I don't know.
Lanny it's okay. Lanny doesn't have to be into it.
All right, I see what you guys are saying about something weird going on. I get it now. As fun as this was,
yeah,
I think what you were saying, Faris, about maybe there's some sort of punishment or something for him.
Lear?
Yes.
I'm wondering, either Lear is not as dead as people think she is, or someone's pretending to cause trouble.
For now, with you guys very drained and maybe satisfied, we will leave you for next time to investigate and see what the aftermath of all of tonight's interactions is.
It's going to be a lot of little cloud babies born in a few months.
Thanks so much for listening to episode 4 of Roll for Romance. I really hope that you enjoyed some of the shenanigans that happened at the royal wedding reception. Apologies a little bit for the audio quality from Mila's. Lauren's recording remotely now while we're recording in person, and so we're still working out, or we were working out, some of the issues at that point. Fortunately, it's getting better each time we record, and we really appreciate you hanging in there while we make sure that everything gets better each time we record. If you enjoyed today's episode or anything that you've heard so far, we would love it if you could subscribe to the podcast, maybe share it with a friend, or just talk to us. We're on Twitter at @RollForRomance, or you can send us an email. Check out our website. All that information is in our episode description. Our theme song is Neon Laser Horizon by Kevin MacLeod. All of the information about that song and all the other music and sounds you've heard in today's episode can be found in the episode notes. New episodes will be coming out bi-weekly, so the next episode will be released on September 16th. So stay tuned and have a good few weeks. We hope you stay safe and happy and healthy, and we hope that you spread lots of love in all of your role-playing and tabletop games.